Evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy May bank holiday if you're here in the UK. Actually, has anybody else around the world got a bank holiday today? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, right. So hang on, let me get this out of the way. Welcome everybody to Bitesize. This is our Monday live stream. This is the biggest running live stream and podcast in the UK. So welcome everybody. If you're listening, if you're watching this live, get the comments in the chat box, questions, whatever you want to talk about tonight. I'm all yours. Let's get into it. So get in that chat box and start typing away to your heart's content, and we'll come on to all your questions and everything else in a bit. If you're listening to this as a podcast, make sure you slow down. Don't go so fast. You've got about 35, 40 minutes to listen to. So chill out, relax. And then once you've listened to this, get over to the long run show, the Friday show, and listen to that as well. I've got to give a shout out to the guys. This Friday, we're going to be talking about how to run a faster 5K. So that'll be a good show. We've got Jatila on, who's an ex-sprinter. So that's going to be a good show. So make sure you either tune in live to that or listen back to that as a podcast. So how's everybody doing? I've just literally got back from Southend. It's been a bit frantic, but got back from Southend, which is kind of cool. Took the week off, which was kind of nice. Did a 45-mile bike ride yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Which scared the life out of me. So I'm seriously considering pulling out of Ride 100 because it was just too stressful. Nice to get out and run today, which is kind of nice. It was beautiful weather down the seafront. I absolutely love running in Southend, and I'm looking forward to doing the Southend half. We've got the big pink picnic. So if you're in the UK and want to come down, not necessarily run, but come to the picnic afterwards, that's the Southend half, and that's in, I'm going to get this date wrong up. I think it's June the 11th, but check it out on the website. So that was that. Busy as always. A couple of new shoes in. We've got the, and I haven't had time to bring them up because I literally just walked in 10 minutes ago, but we've got the Decathlon Daily Trainer, the Kiprum one. I don't know what it's called. We've got a shoe in from Salomon, I think it is. Salomon, yeah. Solomon's the golf people, isn't it? Salomon. We've got a road shoe from Salomon as well. And then we've got, I do have them here. We've got I'm holding it up to the camera, people, if you're listening to the podcast. We've got the Solar Boost 5, which is kind of cool. Daily Trainer from Adidas, which we're trying out. So let's see how we get on with them, because I'm still hunting for a daily trainer from Adidas that complements the other shoe. So let's see if the Solar Boost is that shoe. One noticeable thing is it's got light boost on it. That was one of the reasons why I picked it up, because I did like the light boost in the Ultra Boost 22, even though that shoe under the forefoot ended up being a bit of a disaster. But this has got the light boost in it. It definitely feels lighter than I was expecting. And the overall, fit and feel of it's okay. So let's see how we get on with them. It's got a meaty outsole. It's got the Continental rubber, but it really has a cracking outsole on this shoe. So let's see how we get on with the Solar Boost. Yeah, Solar Boost. I keep thinking it's Solar Glide. That's the other one we had. Solar Boost 5. So let's see. That's I think £150 on the Adidas website, which is, I think, a lot of money for that shoe. I'm guessing that's going to get heavily discounted at some point, because I think the Solar Boost 4 is about 80 quid. So let me know anyway in the comments. Have you got an Adidas daily trainer that you like, Adidas running shoe that you like? Let us know in the comments. Let's talk maybe a little bit about Adidas today. Update on training. So training, I've got a few announcements to make, not today. Hopefully we can do some of them over the next few weeks with some plans and exciting things that are coming to 40 Runs. Been very lucky to be able to do a few things. So that's coming. So we're going to be announcing some of those soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's say over the course of May. So that's really exciting. But training-wise, I'm probably going to pick things up June, July. Start cranking it up. I'm really motivated to get back into training and start finding some consistency again. Funnily enough, I was talking to Mrs. F about cross training today, strength training. One of my jobs tomorrow is to look for a gym. I don't know whether there's a gym you can just walk into and go in and do. I don't know if there's a brand that allows you to do that, because I just feel like on a Friday I could probably try and get to the gym, but I don't want to pay for those membership things. I ain't got time or can afford to do that. So I quite fancy the idea of that. What else? Thanks to everybody who's been emailing me about training plans. We're doing a lot of training plans at the moment. So if you're after a personalized training plan, make sure you email, but give yourself plenty of time because I'm getting very booked up. At the moment, coaching, I can't take any more clients on. I'm super like packed. But let me know if you are interested in coaching. Just give me a shout. But I'm pretty full at the moment. But let me know because it might tie into something later on. So I think that's all the admin. That's where I'm at up here. So let's see how you guys are doing. Let's jump in. So evening Dawn, evening David, evening Jake. James is here. Nice to see some guys coming back. And thanks to everybody who is tuning in live. Evening Penny, evening Mark. Gary, yes, that's what I was looking for. Sound of Vision is okay. So this is good news. Sound of Vision is up to speed. We do like a bit of that. What's this one? So evening 40, sign up to 40 runs on Friday, but the affiliate member email's not sent out yet. How long does it usually take? Okay, Steve. I know there's been some issues with England Athletics sending stuff out because even my email got delayed. So I would email 40runs@hotmail.com and just explain to them that you've not received the email yet. I do know that England Athletics have been very, very slack in terms of sending stuff out. There was a problem on their end. But please email 40runs@hotmail.com. And if you've got no idea what we're talking about, 40 Runs is also one of the biggest affiliated running clubs here in the UK. And not only do you get the benefits of being part of the club, like race discounts and stuff like that, you obviously get the chance to be in our London Marathon ballot. We'll have 4 places, unless they change the rules at some point, to give out to our membership. And obviously then you've got all the satellite clubs and things like that, which is quite unique. So get along to that. All the details are on the website. So that was a good plug, wasn't it? Evening Eric, evening. So let's just check who else. So Martin, Lee, Kester, what's this? David has. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I really didn't enjoy the bike ride. I don't. That's probably a bit far stretch. I enjoyed it for about a mile, no, about 20 miles. And I was okay, but I just find the whole thing stressful. I find the whole things with I was going to call them stirrups, with the pedals clipping in, clipping out. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. I just have that feeling I'm going to fall off at any time, and that's just me. So it's weird. I'd quite happily jump on a horse and run that in full gallop, but put me on a bike, I'm a little bit, I don't know, it's just something about it. So I'm probably going to do one more ride, and then I might make a decision on it because I just don't need the stress. I don't know about you, but I've got too many other stresses to worry about than doing a poxy bike ride. Here's Phil. What's Phil going? I love the London Marathon. Thanks very much. And thanks to everybody who's watched the London Marathon videos. And I really do appreciate it. They seem to have gone down very well. Trying to do something a little bit differently, trying to obviously copy the hell out of Kafuzi's videos, as you'd expect, because he's the master. So taking some inspiration as always from him, and trying to improve the quality, trying to improve the editing, and trying to improve the overall experience for you guys. Hopefully that's coming through. We've got some really cool vids coming your way. Actually, this week, I think on Sunday is a bit of a recap on London, sort of digesting how I got to that PB. And then I think I've got a looking forward video. This Sunday, I'm doing the Red Bull Challenge thing in Cambridge. I don't know if anyone else is going there, but I'm doing that in Cambridge on Sunday. That Red Bull Wings thing. I don't know if anyone else is going to be there on Sunday, but I'm there in Cambridge. What's this? Can you help me? Can you help me with the difference between the Omni versus the Guide in terms of stability shoe? I've not ever run in the Omni. Is the honest answer as always. So I can't really give anything on that. All I would say is the Guide is a great daily trainer for anybody who needs stability. I would say it's probably more intrusive to stability than something like a Puma Forever Run Nitro. That's a mild stability shoe. So it depends how much guidance you need. If you need just mild guidance, then I'd go actually for the Puma versus the Saucony. But the Saucony with the hollow frame tech is a good stability shoe, and it's a very good daily trainer. It's much better than something like a Kayano 29, which is, built up and very, very intrusive. I'm very excited to see what the New Balance Vongo comes out like. because New Balance obviously on a good trend, I think, at the moment in terms of their shoes. So I'm obviously a big fan of the Propel version 4. So let's hope that the new version of the Vongo is kind of awesome. So let's see where they go. What's this from Alan? Itching to get back round again, having to taken a week off. Yeah, I think I was with you, Alan. I definitely needed a reset. Definitely felt the pace in my legs today. I was poodling along. If that's even the way. At about 6 minutes, 6.5 minute miles. At one point, I had to slow myself down. It's only a cheeky 3 miles. But I felt some speed in my legs, which was kind of nice after having a week off. So obviously that's done the world of good, and I would suggest anybody who's done a marathon actually probably would do the same. It's the first time I've taken a solid week off of after a marathon, and I feel refreshed for it. I did get a bit run down, but I think that's inevitable. Do you know when the Max Road 6 comes out in the UK? I did. Yeah, it's out in the US. I know the Go Run Ride 11 is on the Skechers website over here in the UK. I don't think it will be long in terms of it coming to the UK. So just watch out. Maybe watch not necessarily the Skechers website, but have a look on Amazon and places like that, and sportshoes.com and Sports Direct sometimes have the Skechers shoes. So maybe keep an eye out for them. But I know that obviously it is out in the US, and the Go Run Ride 11 is here in the UK, which is a fantastic shoe. It's a good shoe. I think I mentioned it on Friday's podcast, actually. It's that sort of shoe, where you can like just poodle about in the day, do a few errands, get the paper, walk the dog, and then just grab 3 miles or, do part run and then go Tesco's. It's that sort of shoe, the Go Run Ride 11. It really is. It's I think, massively improved, and I really liked version 10. It's just so comfortable. Any chance Wrexham will take... the only football team I'm watching at the moment is Wrexham. I can't watch any other football. Then don't even get me started talking about Spurs. Please don't anybody ask me about that. I've got to write up about football at the moment. Robert Smith, good evening to you. What have we got here? Evening, Chris. I get to tune in live today, so I'm normally out. This is awesome. Driving a truck, listening to the podcast the next day. Well, welcome, Scott. You'll find that most of this is complete nonsense from me, but you guys add a lot of value. So thanks very much, everybody, for putting stuff in the chat as we go through. Here we go. Gary, going to use your advanced plan for Chester, but start today. So it'll be roughly 20-week plan. Shall I just repeat? Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Gary, just pick. So Gary's got a Chester Marathon in October. He's got a few weeks to kick about. I would pick sessions out of the whole 16-week plan and just take the ones that you fancy. Obviously, don't necessarily do the 20-mile unless you want to, but just pick and choose some of the sessions and see what you fancy doing. I would not put yourself into the structure of being in a plan just yet. I would enjoy having the freedom and just picking stuff that you fancy doing. That's the best way that I would run the next few weeks before you go into a training plan. Here we go. What's this? Evening, Chris. Question for you. I think I'm quite lazy, but I don't engage my posterior chain enough, just relying on my lower legs. Can I make it more efficient? Yeah, push your hips forward. It's always an easy one, especially as blokes, your pubic bone. Try and move your hips forward and bring your shoulders back. That will tend to switch everything a bit on. If you try and think about doing that every kilometre, even if you're doing it for 30 seconds, it will feel a bit weird. Really try and push that forward. Get that hips into a neutral position. It'll just connect everything up a little bit better. That's something to do. It's really easy to do, actually. But just remember to do it as I said, every kilometre marker, just go, oh, yeah, hips forward, or, clench your butt cheeks together in that sort of way. Just pushing that pubic bone forward and just bringing your shoulders back. But don't tense up, just relax, but try and move it forward, and it will just get everything a little bit more engaged. What's this? Will you be at the Curly Whirly Park run? I'm not sure when that is. Let me know. I don't think I'm there, but let me know when it is, and I will tell you. Who else is doing Chester Marathon? It's funny, quite a few people are doing Chester, quite a few people are doing York, and obviously we've got people going to Chicago, we've got people doing other bits and bobs. Great North Run. Let me know in the chat box what you're running. What's this? Leisure Centre is the best. We can normally pay as you go. Oh, okay, perfect. Pay as you go. Gotcha. I'm with you now. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm with you. Are you going for a good for age time in October? No. No is the answer to that. What I've got planned for the autumn is absolutely awesome, and I'm going to enjoy it. So let's see what happens. But as I said, I'll announce stuff when I can on that one. Places like Gym Group will charge 8 to 10. That's good. Okay, so yeah, so I think that's the plan for me. I'm going to try if I can, because Friday's a sort of rest day from running. What I'm going to try and do on that Friday, I think, but sorry about it. But yeah, on a Friday is try and get to the gym if I can. I just feel I need to really, really work on strength a lot more than I have done. And if I can get it in on a Friday, then I will. If it means I need to drop a run, I drop a run. But I just really feel I need to work on that. If I'm going to get to where I want to get to, then I need to do that. So, but that depends on cost, right? So, if a gym is not around me where in the week that I can afford to get to, then it won't happen because I think like all of us, right? It comes down to money. Unless there's obviously gym people that want to sponsor this podcast. Maybe that's a good shout. What do you think, people? Maybe that's a good idea, actually. I could get a gym to sponsor me. It's a good idea, that. I'll get admin on that. She'll love it. On her train to Leeds tomorrow, she can start emailing gyms for us. Grabbed a pair of New Balance Propel for 83 quid. Ooh, that is a bargain from Zalando. There you go. So, version 4 of the New Balance Propel, I think, is one of the best shoes so far of 2023. You've got to watch your sizing, like all New Balance shoes. But if you can get a pair that fits properly for £83, it's probably one of the best bargains of the year. That and the Energy Float Ride 5. It is a really, really good shoe. It is a shoe that crosses over like the Speed Endorphin Speed 3. Yes, it's not an Endorphin Speed 3. It doesn't feel ultimately as fast as that shoe. But I think for the price point at £83, I think for everyday runners, it's an absolute steal. I really do think it is. I would just, if you can get them, get them. It really is good. But please watch your sizing. Might be worth going half a size up. Just check it. All right. That's the one. I would say, right, okay. I've got 80 Pro 2s, but haven't tried them because of the knee niggle post Manchester rush back too soon. Yeah, this is the thing. You've got to. I think if you've done a big shift, like a big training block, then run a marathon. I think it's always worth taking a little bit of time out. I never took enough time out, and I listened to Hayden's advice, and he told me to take a week off. That's what I've done, and I feel much refreshed for it. So big shout out to Hayden. I know he's listening in this. I think he's in his hot tub in the West Wing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Okay. Hey, 40 Curly Whirly is the same day as the Eurovision contest. I don't know when that is either. Hey, 40 just ran a PB. Well done. Today's MK half in the guide 15 hero. I chickened out of wearing the Puma D. Oh, dude. But this is the thing, right? It just shows you again, right? As always, it comes down to the runner, not necessarily the shoe, right? As I said to you, I was London Marathon. People were running in Kinvara and Energy Float Ride shoes. It comes down to the runner. Look at Jatila in Boston. Didn't have any carbon plate shoes on. So, and she ran 3:25. It just shows you that a lot of it's to do with the runner. Yes, we know the technology is proven to work, but I do think that you can just use any shoe. So well done, congratulations. I think you can go faster. I'll be honest with you. But there's quite a lot of 40s at the MK weekend. That was kind of cool. Let me know if it's a gig that I should maybe do next year. I'd be interested to know. Winning Inters. I absolutely love the Sockety Tempest. Yeah, I'm really holding out for Tempest too. However, I tried many other shoes. Looking for something more spicy for a marathon. Is the Tempest? Yeah, of course, run the Tempest. Why not? Why not run the Tempest? Like we just seen from Matthew, he just ran in the guide. So why not run it? Yes, you could go for a Socket Endorphin Pro 3 or an Adidas Pro 3, which I think is a relatively stable shoe. It worked for me. And as you guys know, it's well documented, I have pronation issues. So, but what's to stop me running in the Socket Tempest? Why not? Go for it. I would. It's 10:30 per mile. Go for it. All day long. As we've just seen above, guide 16, 15, whatever it was, all day long. Right, what we got next? Thanks very much, guys, for all the comments and stuff. The show's not doesn't happen without you guys. So I appreciate it. Just had a week off from running. Went to the gym twice and did a 10-mile walk. Went to Sedgwick Park Run on the weekend. Smashed a PB by 30 odd seconds. There you go. You know what, Paul? I'm tempted by this, right? I am tempted by this. I am tempted on Saturday to go and have a go at a park run. I am really tempted. I think I might have to be somewhere, which is the only issue. But I am tempted with the fitness that I've got after post-marathon to go out and push a time. It's so tempting. Strap on some shoes and go and have a go at it. It's tempting, especially after today. I said I was quite casually running along at like 6:30 per mile. I had to check myself back. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, bruv. Well done though. Congratulations. Kester got some Boston Lemons. They're not bad. Did an easy half stayed at 10:30. Good lad. Nice chatting to you today. This is my kind of guy. Look, cowboys don't ride bikes. This is what I'm trying to say to people. You ever seen a cowboy on a bike? This is what I'm trying to say to you. Thinking of doing Chester. Yeah, why not? Let's all do it. Okay, right. So what's this? Tick the Brighton box for London. I presume I've got absolutely no idea about ticking the box of Brighton. Personally, I wouldn't tick the box. I'd go and do something like Rotterdam or something else and do some other place other than Brighton. But it's everybody's whatever works for you. You might live in Brighton, so crack on with that. I'm not sure what the feedback was for Brighton this year. Was it good, bad, ugly? Let me know at some point, whether it's an email. Thanks to everybody, by the way, who's been contacting us via the contact form. That's kind of cool. We will try and get to them. We'll do another email special. Yeah, love the vlog on the beetroot shoot. So if you've not seen it, I took beetroot leading up to, or beetroot shots, and not paid by Beetroot, or I bought them myself off Amazon. Leading up to the London Marathon. I just thought about it on the train one day, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. So I took a shot every day for 6 days. I didn't take one on race day because I wouldn't say they caused me stomach issues, but when your stomach's a little bit unsettled. Whether that was race day or not, I'm not sure, but it was definitely something like different on my stomach. Anyway, I took them. You guys know the result by now, and I wanted to put the video out. So I think everything's worth a try once. So give it a go, see what happens. But yeah, it was all right. They taste absolutely disgusting. That's the only thing I would say. And I mean, really disgusting. When is the Cloud Boom Echo out? I don't know about the Cloud Boom Echo 3. I don't get on running shoes. I guess that's probably because I told everybody that not to buy them because they fall apart. So that's fine. I'm very comfortable with that. They don't want to send me them. That said, I don't know when it is coming out. I did ask. I think I put it on. Did I put it on Instagram or on the community tab on YouTube? I asked you guys whether you wanted me to try and source a pair and test them out, and the overriding answer was no. So I don't think I'm going to waste my time unless a pair of them like rock up on the doorstep here at 40 Runs HQ. I'm probably not going to bother. That's not anything against on running because I really like the Cloud Surfer, really like them. But I don't think I'm going to bother with the Cloud Boom Echo 3 unless I can get a pair sent to me. Because you guys basically said no, don't bother. So let's see what happens there. The one I am interested in is the Salomon new racing shoe. I'll be interested to see what that's like. So again, let's see when that comes out and if I get my hands on that one. But no. Cloud Boom, if you're listening from On Running, you need to cowboy up and get over the fact of I didn't say very nice things about your shoes. Right, here we go. Evening Fordy. Do you know if there's much difference between the DV8 Nitro 2 and the DV8 Nitro Elite 2? Yes, there is. The DV8 Nitro 2 is the sort of more daily version of the Elite. The Elite is your racing shoe. The Elite is the one that you would put on to go and smash the life out of a park run or a 5K or 10K. It is a quick shoe. It is a hell of a lot of fun. It's mildly unstable. Where the Nitro 2 is just sort of your Saucony Dolphin Speed 3 shoe. It's down that sort of way. It's more versatile than the Nitro Elite 2. I use my Nitro Elite 2 purely for like tempo work and things like that. But it's got such a good outsole on it that it can sort of get away with pretty much anything. So that's the difference, I would say. The Nitro Elite 2 is a lot quicker, I believe, than the Deviate Nitro 2, but the Deviate Nitro 2 is a very, very good shoe. I think Saucony Endorphin Speed 3 is where I would pitch that. Me personally, I would rather have the fuel cell propel version 4 over the Deviate Nitro 2, which is a bold call, but that's the way I kind of I don't know, that shoe just really works for me at the moment. And if you're getting it for £84 like somebody did on Zalando earlier, happy days, right? So hopefully that helps. What's this? Are you doing Great South Run in October? I don't know. My schedule for the end of the year is dependent on the announcements that we're hopefully going to make soon. Once I've got those announcements or those things confirmed, some are, some aren't yet. Some are just still up in the air. Once everything's confirmed, then I'll know what I am and what I'm not doing. If I can get there, I will. But as you can imagine, it comes down to time and things like that. So let's see. It sounds like it's going to be really busy towards the end of the year for me, and I've got to make sure that I'm here because I'm a dad and I'm a husband, so I've got to make sure that I'm around as well. So let's see what happens. But I would like to do it. It looks a good event. I know Hayden enjoyed it last year, so let's see. Curly is in 2 weeks' time. No, I won't be able to do that then. I've got a very busy birthday weekend. Not for me, but for other very, 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 very close family relatives. So I will not be taking part in that. But I wish everybody best of luck. It's going to be a cracking event. It really is going to be good. But thanks for letting me know, Mark. I really appreciate it. Okay, I tell you what. Let's just have a sip of drink. Talk about yourself for 2 seconds. Hold tight. Oh, more high five. Get hydrated, people. Maybe they want to sponsor the pod. Doing Yorkshire Marathon in October on as my first. Would you recommend the Nimbus? Yeah, 100%. Nimbus 25 is a cracking shoe. You'll be able to do all your long runs in it. You'll be able to do all your easy work in it. You'll be able to do your recovery work in it. Just maybe look for something a little bit lighter, a little bit snappier for some of that faster stuff. But overall, that is a great shoe. The only thing that lets the shoe down is the price. £175 is the wrong price. I've said it in every single video. And the outsole's a bit rubbish and the upper's a bit warm. That's like 3 things, isn't it? But it's still a very good shoe. Even though I just slagged it off, it is a really good shoe. I don't think really, apart from the Skechers Max Ride 6, you can beat it for comfort. I really don't. First time I've been able to catch a live. That's awesome. Welcome, Vicky. Thanks for your advice on the Glide Ride 3 for my recent Ultra. They were awesome. There we go. Glide Ride 3 hitting the Ultra. I love the fact that you took the Glide Ride 3 on an Ultra. It's such a good shoe. It really is. I really, really, really hope they don't stop making it. I think that would be an absolute travesty. Just got a pair of Adidas Pro 3s for my Ultra Marathon. Which one are you doing? Let us know, Vicky. Okay. What's this? This looks tasty. Got a debate for you. What do you think is more important for a new runner? A watch or a good pair of running shoes? Ooh. Well, I think your shoes, obviously, because you're on your feet. You can get a Garmin. Oh, I'm going to get it wrong because I think they're on 55, but even a 45 or the one before that can you can watch your distance on. You can even have your phone with Strava started and stopped on it, worst case. So I think a good pair of shoes is always good because you want to protect your feet and everything else around it that comes up from there, obviously. So I would definitely go for that. We do have a new watch coming into the 40 Runs HQ, by the way, just as a heads up. What's this from Robert? If you include a gym day as part of your training block, is it best to steer clear of the treadmill? Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do a warm up. What I usually do in the gym, I don't like gym particularly much. My anxiety hits the top of the roof. But what I tend to do is jump on the bike for about 10 minutes, warm up the legs, and then I'll usually focus more on upper body. I'll do a little bit of lower, but most of it is upper body, just on that, that core and upper body is where I tend to focus on. Hopefully that makes sense. Here we go. Yeah, I've seen a lot of messages about this. Just book beat it on your recommendation. I think their sales have gone through the roof. because you guys have all been messaging me saying my beat it's arrived. So good luck, guys, with it. It tastes awful, just as a heads up. Anyone running Durham City 10K? Paul's doing it. Mark gives Brighton Marathon a 7 out of 10. A solid Simon. No, see, I don't think Simon would give Brighton 7 out of 10. I think he. Well, let's see. It's a bit too strong to talk about him because his ratings, but I don't think he'd be giving it a 7. I don't think he gave the London Marathon a 7. Yeah, so I'm not sure he will. Brighton was much better organised this year. Something better coming up though. The Brighton satellite group starting. Yes, we do have a Brighton. If you are in Brighton, we've got a FORDY RUNS satellite group starting up. So I would definitely recommend you getting along to that. Here's Nathan. Any intent to review more shoes by Craft? Yes, as and when they send them through to me, basically. I know they've got some releases coming, and we will get those shoes as and when they get released. So Craft will appear on the channel. We've got a contact there. They sent me, the last pair of shoes that we've got, the Endurance Trail. So whatever's coming out is we will get, hopefully, unless I've upset them somewhere along the line, which is not unusual. Here we go. What's this follow-up one here from Kurt? Cheers, Paul. Looking for an everyday shoes. I have the Adidas Pro 3 for racing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you like. The Ride 16 is a good shoe, very traditional. The Go Ride 11 is a good shoe, like I said earlier, if you just pop into the shops, or maybe you want something, with a little bit more cushion, then go for the Nimbus 25. You've obviously got the Cumulus, which is sort of the halfway house between the Nimbus 25 and the Nova Blast. You could go there. There's so many options out there. The Cloud Surfer from On Running is good as well. So, you know what I mean? There's quite a lot of choice. If you need a little bit of guidance, a smidge of stability, then the Forever Run Nitro from Puma, cracking shoe. Or if cost is or price is an issue, the Energy Float Ride 5 from Reebok is an absolute winner. I tell you now, it is an absolute winner. At £85, right? It's a no-brainer. It really is. Okay, here we go. The goal was 140, so he done 141 in the guides. Congratulations. Here, yeah, Gary's just mentioned hit the like button, guys. Smash the like button for us. I don't know why it makes a difference, but do it. Please do. Here we go. What's this? Hi, Chris from Simon. First ever comment. Welcome, Simon, and congratulations on getting us live. Great Birmingham run this Sunday. You ever run this? No, I'd like to actually. What's this? Oh no, Sunday I'm doing that Cambridge. That what's it called? Red Bull thing I was telling you about. I'm doing that Sunday. Otherwise, if I didn't have any plans, I probably would have come up and done that. But yeah, so there you go. What's this question? Not sure if you ever reviewed the New Balance Morph. I did, and they were too soft. They were overly soft for me, which is a shame. I know people really like them. But I just found the Nimbus 25 was a much more of a solid option for me. The Max Road 6 is a more solid option for me. The More 4, I do struggle, I have struggled with New Balance shoes in the past in terms of their foams, especially when they're cranked up in stack height. I just find them a little bit too much in terms of the pronation issues that I get. That said, as I mentioned earlier, the Propel version 4, for whatever reason, is really working. And I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's got 2 lumps of fuel cell in there with a TPU plate in it. I think the stack height's 31 or 36 mil. I know it's a big difference, but I can't remember exactly what the stack height is, but it's not over the top. It's like a slightly pumped up Rebel. So that's why I kind of like it. But the New Balance More 4, I don't know. I was really struggling with it in terms of the pronation. Yeah. Right. So here we go from Robert. It's hilarious the way the weather plays such a big part. I know he does. He's a rule to himself, the boy. He will base his ratings on whatever he fancies. He really does. But it's absolutely hilarious. We included the rating again in the video. Yeah, so Kurt, it was a response to the Deviate Nitro too. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Maybe what about the Velocity 2? You could pick them up so cheap, Kurt. If you like the Pumas, why not get the Velocity Nitro 2? That's a cracking shoe. It really is. Here we go. What's this? James, for strength training, I go to boot camp in Stevenage. They have all sessions all week. And it works so much better. Yeah, that's the thing. Is I think with strength training is such a tricky thing, right? Because I think it's time. The biggest issue with strength training is time, having the time to do it. So if you can get something that works for you, then do it. And that's what I'm saying to you about. If I can get time on a Friday and find a gym that actually I can just walk into, pay 10 quid and just use the stuff, happy days. But I don't want to get into a membership where I'm having to pay like 80 quid a month or whatever it is, because I'm only going to use it once a week. It's pointless. So let's see if I can work that out. I'll try and figure that out tomorrow. How was your first run in the Cumulus? Because I got them, got a run in them today, and my legs were burning and sore. Just switched from New Balance foam from the 1080. I didn't have a problem with them. I got on with them like straight out of the box. I think with ASIC shoes, they just work for me, if that makes any sense. I know them pretty well. I run in a lot of ASIC shoes, so I think that's probably why. The 1080 is it softer? I don't know. It's probably is a little bit with the Fresh Foam X. Yeah, marginally softer. You got that knit upper in there, but yeah, I had no problem switching over, to be honest with you. And I ran in the 1080 version, whatever it was, 12, 13's coming. Really like the shoe. Really, really, really like the shoe. But the Cumulus, yeah, I had no issues with it, to be honest with you. That's a strange one, that one. What's this one? We're going to wrap it up soon, guys. So thanks very much for all your comments and questions. It's really kind. Hi, Chris. Have you ever thought of doing a video for the products you have on the 40 Runs website? No. We do enough self-promoting, as you probably heard at the start of this podcast and live stream, talking about training plans and coaching and things like that. I think we are not one to shy away from promoting 40 Runs and what we do. Yes, we don't spend money on ads and things like that, like, you know, Runner app and the running channel and all this sort of stuff. We don't spend any money like that at all, because we don't have any to spend. But no, I don't think I would do a video on stuff on the 40 Run store. Just makes no sense. I you know, that's there really for anybody who wants to buy a shirt and some of the merch, which is amazing. It just blows my mind that people want to do that. You know, we've got people obviously in the club who want to buy stuff, and you guys who watch the videos buy stuff as well, which is really cool. So it's there really for you guys. It's not something that I'm trying to promote. Again, we're not, you know, a media company or anything like that. We're not trying to, you know, get loads of money out of this. I do this because I like doing it. It's the same. It's the only reason I do the Monday shows, because we had so many questions coming in on Friday, which is awesome. And I wanted to do a little bit more sort of shoe gear focused stuff on a Monday. I just thought it made sense, and more of a platform just to hang out with you guys and talk whatever you want to talk about, as long as it's not football. So that's kind of where I'm at, and that, you know, I do it because I like doing it. Yeah, so it's not a business, if you know what I mean. So no, I won't do a video on that. I think there's other cool things to do a video, like me racing a horse, things like that. It's much more interesting. What's this? Last one from Kurt, I think, and then we'll probably call it a night because it's Bank Holiday Monday. I tried the Nitro 2 and they seem really comfortable. We didn't think it was a good shout to have all carbon shoes. Yeah, I don't think it is, Kurt. I think you do need some shoes that don't have carbon in. For example, that's why I love training the ASIC Super Blast, which is, you know, disaster in terms of price. But I think the Super Blast is such a good shoe. It's so versatile and so good at doing marathon training. It's one of the best marathon training shoes I've had ever, I would say. And I do think that it is good to train in shoes that don't have carbon in as well. I you know, believe in that. Whether you agree with that, I disagree, it's entirely up to you. You wear whatever you want or when you're running. But yeah, I think it is nice to wear a shoe that's not got a plate in it. So I would, yeah, Kurt, I would definitely look at some of those shoes that I mentioned earlier. Honestly, the Energy Float Ride 5 or Float Ride Energy 5 from Reebok, 80 odd quid, is a bargain. It really is. It's such a good shoe. And it's got such a great outsole on it. The carbon rubber outsole on it is so good. It's so good. Right, okay, last one from Adam, and then we're going to call it a night. Last thing, I'm a decent runner for my age, sub 19 5K hardcore, sub 2 half hardcore. But when I go against others, I crumble under pressure. Any panic and advice? Any advice? Yeah, just run your own race. Very easy to sit here and say, but run your own race. And why think about going against others? Just focus on your time, focus on your pace, focus on the end goal and how you need to achieve that end goal. What you need to do in that race, in that event. Yeah, that's how I would break it down. Never put yourself under pressure. There's just no point. It's running after all. You're meant to enjoy it. If you're putting pressure on yourself, don't do something. Which is what I'm saying about the Ride 100. If you're not going to enjoy something, why do it? So take that pressure off yourself. Run your own race. Do your own thing. Fixate, if anything, on the end goal and how you're going to achieve that, and then let everybody else get on with their own thing. And if you end up putting the time in that you want to achieve, then you get it. But just free your mind up. Honestly, leave all that baggage at home. When you step out the door, leave it there. Right, okay, that's enough from me, I think. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in on Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK. I really appreciate it, as always. We're back on Friday with the How to Run a Faster 5K. So we've got Sprinter Jatila on, helping us out with some tips on how to run a faster 5K. I'll be interested in some of those. So let's see where we go with that. On the channel this week, we've got loads of sort of catch-up videos and versus videos. I think we've got the Ultra via Olympus review coming out as well. So that's later on in the week. So, yeah, that's it from me, guys. Have a great week. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, 40_runs, so you can keep up to date with what I'm up to. Hopefully, I'll find a gym that's not the wrong price this week, and I'll let you know how I got on with that next week. And I think that's it. We are back next week. It is a bank holiday, but we are back as always. So that's it from me, guys. I will see you later. I'm now going to find the graphics. I'll catch you later.